Hello. Hi. It's either night or morning or evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here. My name is Lana, and the channel is Care and Thrive with who else? Dr. Lana. That's me. And I am so excited to be here. Why am I excited to be here talking about sleep when I think this is a time, if it's night for you, we should all be asleep. But as a gerontologist and seeing all the common concerns that caregivers mention, I think from all the studies and research suggests that one in five caregivers of the millions of family caregivers that exist out there, um, taking care of their loved ones, spouses, mom, dad, both parents sometimes. They the one of the most common complaints is I'm not getting enough rest. I'm not getting enough sleep. So here I am talking about sleep and how, well, first of all, we'll break it down into two. So hope you don't mind me just going a little sciencey on you. But at the end of it, we're gonna have some call to actions and a few surprises. And I want you to just jump in the community and just say what your challenges are. If you have had challenges with um, your sleep in the past, do you find that caregiving has changed your ability to sleep? Has it disrupted the entire household? All those things we're gonna talk about before. But a little bit back to why I am here. Last week was wonderful. Just introduce myself and this channel. And this channel is not for the uh, faint-hearted. It is for all you caregivers, all of us who've been in that bracket, all those who delegate and sacrifice every single day. That's you are the lion-hearted. And so sometimes though the lion needs to go to sleep. So we're trying to get that sleep. And you'd think, especially for family caregivers where and working caregivers, those who have to be out, those have to run errands, those who have to prepare meals, those who have children of their own. How are they getting this done? How are you getting to sleep? I've got cats, and I I find it challenging. Just keep them quiet. So let's discuss this. Let's discuss the challenges we have in sleep. But first, what we're gonna do is just press the, if you wish, um, the of course the like and subscribe button and notification bell. I keep forgetting that. So I'm speaking of it now, not that I want you to press it quick and then you don't like it and you unpress it. This is just a reminder. This is day 2, episode 2. So still got a little molasses going on here, as we say in my country. Slow molasses on day 2. But what I'm so excited about is November is National Caregivers Month. Isn't that amazing? Finally, after how many decades? It was initially just a week. And then I think in 2012 it was expanded in the United States. I'm in Barbados, but obviously we get national news, expanded to a month. And then family caregivers, those who basically take care of their loved ones at home, a labor of love, I can tell you. They have been given recently in the United States a stimulus package. Now, whether you agree with that or not, this is not a political channel. I'm just saying it seems as though there is some sort of, it's edifying for me encouraging for me to see that persons like ourselves, caregivers, those who've been the backbone, and as I say, the key to unlock all the other managements of the older person, that you caregivers, we caregivers, are having some sort of recognition, some sort of assistance, because it's like you feel thrown over the deep end, don't you? Well, I certainly did, and I certainly see a lot of persons who are thinking, "Oh, so I have to take on this responsibility now." And where's the book? Where's the manual? What do I say? What can I say? What can I do? How do I do? What do I do with mom? What if she falls? What do we do in the bathroom? What what is the measurement again for the bed? There's so many things you have to think about. And yet, sleep is you're deprived of sleep. So that's the contradiction. I said a little, we start off a little scientific here, but the contradiction is how in a life full of errands and challenges and medication and doctor visits and your own work and the boss and all that it is, when you finally get to lie down, you can't sleep. Throughout the entire night, your sleep is disrupted. If by the time we finish this chat here, you were able to poll, the question was, is your sleep being disrupted during the night? Just say yes or no, so we just get an idea of how much it is. If you come on after the live, feel free to jot in your own experiences. I'd love to see that as well. Okay, so let's talk a bit of the three, breaking it down into threes. Three issues why sleep and caregiving seem to be at odds with each other, and how we can mesh that together. This is a community. I ain't here to come from work to lecture. No, no, no. This community, we're going to be bonding. We're going to be talking and riffing, and we're going to share our experiences, and we're going to talk a bit about the science, and we're going to talk a bit about why you can't sleep. Oh, for a good night's sleep that has no interruptions. So here we go. Here I go. Problem or pain point number one: caregiving and lack of sleep go together because why? I'm speaking specifically to family caregivers of older adults. As a gerontologist, study of older persons kind of leads me into a little bit. I lean more towards the older persons, but caregivers of all kinds. Welcome. Your challenges are obviously different, but when it's taking care of an older person, especially a family member, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, grandfather, the ones who were strong and robust when we were under their care, it's an emotional change. They may move in by you. That's a physical and emotional change to get used to. Have you ever had a roommate at at secondary school or university or anywhere in work? I have. Uh, that's a challenge in itself. What about when this person may or may not remember who you are? What about if they are frail? What about if they're on medication that may you have to monitor them? What if they have other ailments? What if you have ailments and you have forgotten your medication? What about that? Their challenges. It's an emotionally stressful time. So the life change, the emotional stress, all come in because the brain of the older person, it has changed. And that's just a fact. Brain changes. It's the memory slows down. Well, we know that, or we've heard that. But also the cells, they don't talk to each other like before. So a cell that would say, okay, sending them its receptors, it's time to go to sleep. that changes. That clock is gone. That clock just left the building. So you now have to get another way of trying to restructure this clock. That's inside their head, because in their head it's morning or afternoon, but it's really night and everybody ought to be sleeping. So once we understand why the brain disruption occurs in an older person, I think that helps. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. So once you know that I think that's half the battle. So the brain is changing. All right, all well and good to say brain is changing, but I cannot sleep. He or she is not letting me sleep. They're waking up, calling for me, calling from old friends that have passed. They're calling for everything, and then when you come and you say, "What? How can I help? What's happening?" "Oh, nothing. I just wanted to make sure you're okay." Or, "Did I call you? Have you ever had that?" Isn't that like it's funny after, but at 2 o'clock in the morning, not so much, especially after a long day. So you're all riled up and riled up. You're constantly worried, are they okay? Then you get to lie down and then it's back up again. Then you have to get ready for work. At work, you're sleeping on the desk. So understanding why the disruption occurs, because their brain is, helps you not to let your brain go into that fog as well. So understanding and being and using that empathy that caregivers bedrock of caregiving is, we can use that. So we understand the reason why sleep disruption occurs. So let's talk now problem 2, work. We just mentioned a little bit. You come home, you fix everything, you clean everybody, you washed, you've done everything, and there's a pile of work waiting for you. How are you going to get to sleep? Are you even going to tackle the pile? And if you do tackle the pile, when will you get to sleep? And if you don't tackle the pile, it's in your mind and you're not thinking of anything else. The last thing you're thinking of is sleep. So those who are working, especially, and family caregivers, it really is a struggle. It is. I know how it feels. I've heard what clients have said. It really is a struggle. But sleep deprivation creates danger. And that is problem number 3 that I want to just riff on for a bit. Just bear with me a bit, because I feel so strongly about sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation has been linked with um, hypertension, diabetes, all the non-communicable chronic diseases, stress, alcohol, increased alcohol intake, increased drug intake. There's certain countries which have a high incidence of sleeping pills for the persons who are caregiving, because they just want to get to sleep. You're driving on the road, you finished work, you have to come home, or you left home and you have to go to work. A sleep deprived person is known is just as dangerous behind the wheel as someone who is drunk. You're putting your life at danger. Our lives are at danger. So it's not a matter of, "Oh, just go lay down. You close your eyes," as my aunt always used to tell me. "You close your eyes, you'll get to sleep." That don't work. Mm-mm. It don't work. So, okay, we understand what's happening with their brain, with the brain of an older person. We got the empathy. We understand the dangers. We understand that we have responsibilities. We may have to prioritize. And that's where we're coming down. We're coming down. We're coming down. So let's just stay with me on this journey here. Just let's just talk about this journey a little bit more. Last a few little bits in this wonderful National Caregivers Month, where you're gonna give to yourself, right? Because it's all about care and thrive. How are you going to get to sleep when it's disrupted? Well, first of all, that's the first thing. That's the key. Disrupt the disruptor, not the person, the pattern. So how can you do that? What are 3 ways that you can do? Can you think of some? If you wish, post in what you have found to be true. But we just talk about three things that we can do. And I have a free download just for you to help you with your next great night's sleep. But that's at the end. So, three tips that you can use to disrupt the pattern that's disrupting you. One is to get the person you're taking care of, everything with them is cool and calm and finished. You've done, you fed, everyone's been fed. Maybe you sat at family dinner. They're calm, they're good, they're fine. But their brain doesn't remember what it is. So maybe just dim the lights. Get the body prepared, just like those of you with seasons see the seasons change. Even here in where I am in Barbados, the season is changing, the time is changing, it's getting darker earlier. So make it darker earlier in your house. Darken, dim the lights. Don't use the blue light from the blue screen from the phone. Don't have the phone on and the tablet on and the laptop on. That blue light, that stops you from sleeping. So remove those lights. Dim the lights in general. Calm music. Make sure your person you're taking care of, they're sorted. And then and then before you get to your beds, so make sure they're sorted. Music is to a good minimum. Lights are down. That's three. I'll give you a bonus one. Why not? When you sit down to calm yourself for your sleep, please don't use coffee. This is not coffee. Please don't use alcohol to say, well, that's going to put me to sleep, because they're going to make you get back up in the middle of the night. All right. They coffee will dehydrate you. Alcohol will dehydrate you. And you're going to get up to do what? Go to the bathroom. Is that not sleep disruptive? It is. So, calm, soothing herbal teas, other things that are soothing. There's some, you can talk with your nutritionist, but some fruit are soothing. So, bananas are a good thing to have high potassium, which kind of calms you down. You can use other teas that calm you down. But that's not the only, that's, those are three things that you can try. So, dim the lights, remove the blue screen, use calming teas, and be sure that your carer is already set in bed. Call to action. Are you going to do any of those things tomorrow by the end of the weekend? Let me know in the chat. Think about it. When it's up, post again. Let me know. I'll chat back with you next week. So great to chat with you. I hope you get a great night's sleep tonight, or tomorrow night, at least. It was wonderful being here. If you felt that this journey we're taking towards caring ourselves as caregivers, if what I said, or talked about has impacted you, or you feel has impacted you in any way, join me. Send me an email, and I'll I'll send. I wasn't able to download it here for today, but I'll send you Lana's 5 tips for a fantastic night's sleep. So, Lana at Kira and Thrive with Lana.com. I'll post it in the link down below afterward. That's an email. Email me. But your call to action is, what are you going to do tomorrow? What can you do right tonight if it's night by you? What can you plan for tomorrow night, or tomorrow, or the next day, so that the sleep, and it has to be a pattern, it has to be consistent so that it works for you. Just let me know. But remember, it all starts with empathy. It starts with us understanding the aging process. The brain that's aging will have disruptions. It's nobody's fault. We may get there as well. So, caregivers, we're all heart, but we also like to rest. So it's just merging those two. I wish you a great night's sleep. This was a fantastic journey. I thought there's so much one can talk about from sleep. Um, and for those of you who have other ailments, make sure to make sleep a priority. Cannot function As we say in my country, you cannot stand up. An empty bag cannot stand. If you're emptied of sleep, you cannot stand for long. So make that the adjustment for you tonight, tomorrow night, and onward. Until the next time when we talk about other challenges, we'll just riff about it again. I will email me, like, subscribe, join the community of curers, caregivers, not just this month, but we'll keep going. We'll talk next time. I believe I'm having a toss up. You can tell me which one you want to talk about. Do you want to talk about when you're all alone and there's no one to delegate? Or do you want to talk about what do you do when everything goes haywire and the older person just you're not certain what to do or how to carry yourself when things go a little pear shaped, when relationships break down? Let me know. I'll listen out for the chat. It's been great, fantastic interacting with you. And until next time, care and thrive, thrive. But for tonight or for tomorrow night, please just sleep. I'm going to go do that just now. Fantastic time. Love you all. Love you all. You're doing a fantastic job. It's the best you can do with what you have. We're just here to join in the community and heal each other. And just, you know, make it better for us. Our oxygen mask first. All right? That's it. Until then, have a fantastic, fantastic rest. Bye bye.